There's an idea that arose in the 1980s called physiognomy, right? I believe that's how you pronounce it. And the basic idea of this study, there was a guy that wrote a book. And in this book, he wrote that people that do a lot of scamming and stealing and people that do a lot of backstabbing and evil stuff, their face looks a certain way. And that's what he wrote in the book. He wrote they have like a crooked nose, they have crooked ears, they have a deceitful smile. He wrote that in the book, and he attached drawings and pictures of what he was talking about. And he would do the same thing for people who were pure of heart. He would say they tend to have an honest face. They tend to have, he would draw like, a face that was like a lot better looking. And he said he didn't really care how he looked writing that book. He said evil people have a face that you can sense. Good people have a face you can sense. Now, that book went viral. It got pretty popular. Not the most best-selling book in the world, but it got pretty popular. And a lot of people thought the guy had a point, right? Now, there were a huge group of people on the internet that took the idea of that book and they thought what the guy was trying to say was that if you have a nice looking face, no one's going to think you're evil. They thought that's what the guy was trying to say. And a lot of people went straight into working on their face and doing a bunch of stuff to their face so they don't look evil. And they kind of missed the point of what the guy was trying to say when he wrote the book. The guy was trying to say attraction starts from internally, from the spiritual, right? I don't know if the guy believed in karma and reincarnation. But that is basically the idea that he was explaining. That is pretty much the idea he was explaining. That you become, you know, increase energy in positive ways. You become the person that you want to be. You become the person that you dream of by being a good person. And being a bad person will get you the opposite result that you're intending to looking for, right? So that's pretty much the idea of this guy when he was writing the book. The guy was basically trying to say, this work, this result that you're looking for, it's not of the external. I'm talking about the external, but the external represents the internal. It starts with the internal, right? The internal forms the external, right? The external does not come before the internal, right? It starts with the internal. And even guys who just focus on building a nice face, some of them do a lot of evil. Some of them have really bad vibes that other people can sense. Not all of them do. But you got to realize whatever you're trying to do, it starts internally. It starts with the soul. This is where all your energy comes from. This is what the guy was trying to get at when he was describing this thing, right? And these ideas are rooted in karma. These ideas are rooted in reincarnation, and that our souls are constantly evolving and longing for that period of spiritual growth.